is mantra 16.
Yeah.
You referred 144, is that what you said?
Yeah.
What
So
is 144?
correct. 144.
Of what?
Dura Duramete viparite vishuchi. I referred it only to say that we saw a word which is related to this word Vishwam.
No. 144 is of what? Kathopanishad?
Yeah, Kathopanishad, yes.
What is 144? It is 13,
Oh,
right?
oh, sorry. 1-3. 1-3. It must be 1-3, I
But
think.
I didn't see that. 134.
1 second. Let me go back. Anya Shreyasta Prayaha. Okay. So it must be 124. I'm very sorry. It must be 124.
दूरमेते विपरीते विशुचि अविद्याया च विद्येति ज्ञाता विद्याभीप्सिनं नचिकेतसं मन्ये नत्वा कामा बहवो लोलुप्तन्त.
Correct. So that word Vishuchi, the only reason I brought this mantra is what? That word Vishuchi is related to this word Vishwang. That's all I wanted to say. And there Vishuchi means diverging, departing, opposing, diverging in opposite directions, like that. Here also Vishwang means similar, pervading, spreading, etc.
धन्यवाद.
Yeah. So Vishwang here is singular, and it has to be, Shankara is converting it into plural. So there is a bit odd words these are. Vishwang is pullingam. It has to be converted into Strilingam, because Nadi is Strilingam. So that becomes Vishuchi is Ekavachanam Strilingam. Vishwang is Pullingam. It has to be converted to Strilingam Vishuchi and then converted further from Ekavachanam to Bahuvachanam Vishuchyaha. Vishuchyaha Nadyaha. That is how it should be finally read. All that is implied when Shankara says Nana Vidha Gataya. Okay, Hariji, go ahead.
Hari Om Guru. I want to talk about the yesterday's class on Maya.
Yes, please.
It is a subject which cannot be made clear within a class. Okay, he gave us an overall idea from practical sense. Will it be possible after the Kathopanishad class, once you completed it, that we take 2-3 classes only on Maya, so that many of the doubts, even that will only help us to enter into the subject. Would you mind taking class on Maya, 2-3 classes, where we can ask all serious, silly, whatever you may call, questions and get clarity on it? It requires detailed analysis.
So there is another text written by Shankaracharya called Maya Panchakam. Maya Panchakam. 5 shlokas on Maya. When you ask the question, I'm suddenly getting that idea that maybe we can study Maya Panchakam. Why put my spin into it? Why don't we take Shankaracharya's text and he's talking Maya Panchakam, 5 verses on Maya. He's saying, what better thing to do than? Okay.
Yes.
So they can consider that. I just have to find time. Okay. So we'll now that you asked, so I will keep that in mind, and let's pray that we will do that text. Okay.
I'm sure you will be able.
So Maya, very beautiful it is, and so Maya. Since you mentioned Maya, listen to the story. What did Swamiji say? Maya is used to understand Brahma, and the minute you understand Brahma, you give up Maya. Maya is not an object. Maya is not a parallel reality. Brahma is there, Maya is there. You must understand everything is Brahma really. So Maya is supposed to help me understand that everything is of Brahma. And when everything is Brahma, then what is Maya? Maya is that Agatita Ghatana Patiyasi Maya. Hey, that which really doesn't exist. Maya is what makes you think it exists. Means all this Nana Gati, Nana, this multiplicity and all, you say the world is too fascinating with so many different things. Hey, there is no so many different things really speaking. Maya is what makes one many. Maya is what makes one many, one into many. It converts one to many. But really, it doesn't convert. It for me, it converts. That is what it is. That is Maya. Now listen to the story. Okay, there was a man who was a family. This family they had three children, and during the last days, the man wrote a will, and the man said he called the three children to, and then he said, you know what, I written a will. After I pass away, just open the will, and then you split the property the way I've written it in the will. So they all nodded their heads. And then the time was appropriate, the man passed away. And then when the time was appropriate, they pulled the will. See, this guy's property is all no real estate and all. Elephants. I mean, those days, cows, elephant, they're all important things. Don't laugh saying, how can you maintain elephant? 17 elephants he had, okay? So how can a man? No, those days, that's how it is. Cows are there. How do you Goshala? There are 17 cows. If I say, you will nod your head. But why should there not be 17 elephants? You go to Kerala, elephants are there. There are people who maintain elephants. The elephants are put to service. And here, at least labor, they don't use these days so much. Those days, labor, temples, so many uses are there. So they used to. It's a wealth, no doubt. So 17 elephants he had. So they opened the will. And the will says this oldest guy, oldest child or son or daughter gets half, one half of my wealth should go to the oldest. 1/3 of my wealth should go to the second, and 1/9 of the wealth should go to the third. Okay, let me repeat these fractions. Okay, 1/2 should go to the oldest. Okay, 1/3 should go to the second. 1/9 should go to the third. These people looked at the will and said, "My God, what are we going to do with this will? How are we going to execute this? You know, a will has to have an executor, right? And how do you execute this will? Which human being in the world is going to execute this will? Please tell me." And they were arguing, confused, fighting, this, all kinds of stuff was happening. And so the minister was walking around. The minister was walking around, one of the ministers. And he was going in an elephant. He was walking in an elephant, they came. And he said, what happened, guys? And he said, this is the problem, this is the predicament. And the minister looked at the will. Oh, I see. Okay, bring all the elephants, line them up, line them up. Let's see. Let's see if we can execute it. And then lined it all up. And then he told the oldest, okay, you take charge of this. Okay. How many elephants are there? 17 are there. Make sure you find 17. Okay. So 17 are there. Okay. And include mine also. Include mine also. No, include yours also? Yeah, include mine also. How many are there now?
18.
18 are there. 18 are there. Okay. 18 are there? Okay. Now execute the will. Half of the 18, how much is it? Half of the 18? Can you do half of 18?
9.
Yes, I can do half of 18. Okay. Who gets half of 18? You get half of 18. Okay. 9. Okay. Those 9 elephants, just mark them off. You take the 9 elephants. Then what? Next, what is the next one? 1/3 of the 18. 1/3 of the 18 is how much? 6 elephants. Did you do that right or not? 6. Is that a problem? No problem. 6 elephants. Okay. 6 elephant, who gets it? He gets 6 elephant. Okay, let him take 6 elephants. 9 plus 6, 15. Okay, next, what was the next thing? 1/9 of my wealth, the third one gets. Okay, 1/9 of 18 is how much? 2. 2 elephants. 2 elephants are there. You can count 2 elephants. 9 plus 6, 15. 15 plus 2, 17. 2 elephants, give it to him. Okay, goodbye. And then he walked away on his elephant. Minister. So this minister's elephant is Maya. Maya is used to solve the problem. And once the problem is solved, you let go of Maya. You just let go. She goes away. She goes. Maya is like, it is like taking the thorn. Those days, when we used to play, I don't know how we did all this. Today it sounds scary. And in the villages and all, everywhere we used to barefoot, we used to run. Constantly run, come back home with all these thorns in the legs. Constantly, I used to remember my mother used to give me a pin, and then the safety pin, keep on removing thorns from the bottom of the foot. Small thorns will be there. Sometimes, occasionally, big thorns will be there. And in the villages, they used to have this valley, means this compound, compound wall. Except it's not a wall; it's made of this. What do you call this? Really, it's made of
bamboo.
One type of a bamboo which is full
Yeah,
of thorns. It's all thorns. It looks green, but you go close, it's all thorns, and nobody can touch that kind of a fence. Okay, it's full of thorns. It's like the modern day barbed wire. That is how it is. A natural barbed wire it is. And so sometimes you walk on this, and that thorn also gets into the leg. And guess what? There is only one way to remove that thorn from the leg. You have to go
another
to
thorn.
pull another thorn out, and then use that thorn to remove this thorn out. So once the thorn is removed, then what do you do with this? You take it to the puja room and keep it there. Oh, this thorn, you saved my life and all that. No, no, no. You throw both thorns out.
It will be 2 inches long.
Like that. Maya also used Maya, and then you thank her, and then you let her go. Let her go. That is Maya. So this example, don't think I came up with it. This is our master Pujya Swamiji's example. It is master example. It is. I mean, when he gave this example only, I said, "My God, Maya." That's how it is. So, Hariji, I felt like saying it since you asked the question and since this thing came up. I thought
Yeah.
Swamiji might give that example, but Swamiji did not give an example yesterday. And so I am telling it to you now. Okay.
We have heard this example in Swamiji's in many prabhashanam.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, even this thorn is same. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa also used this example to
Okay.
explain Maya, using a thorn to remove the thorn.
Okay. Yeah. Good. Thank you, Hariji.
Thank you. So we will learn Maya Panchagam from you.
Yeah, we'll do a
Confirm
sankalpa.
it.
We'll do a sankalpa, and we'll try to study that. Let's do that.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Now I said I put out announcement and all that will be there, and everybody will raise their hand now. Finally, Maya Panchakam. Only Hariji and Jaykumarji are there. And then Hariji will send a message. Guruji, I've got another, some Swamiji is visiting, and so I have to go somewhere here. Then that's it. One class gone. Second class. So like this drama, we may end up playing. Anyway, hope
No. It will not happen.
that will happen. Okay.
We will
Thank you.
learn.
We'll do that. We
Thank
have
you.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hemaji, go ahead.
That Ishika, in Raghuvamsha it comes.
Okay.
Tasmin asu Nishikastram Ramo Rama Vabhoditaha Atmanam Mumuche Tasmat Ekanetra Vena Saha. And the Kaka that story, Jayantan comes. So he throws that Ishikastram. Rama throws that Ishika Astram on him.
Oh,
We just
Shika
studied
Astram.
Raghuvamsham, so I remember the slokam very well. So I thought I'll just...
Shika Astram must be a very sharp Astram. That's what we can guess. Yeah.
So Atmanam Mumuche Tasmad Ekanetra Vyayena Saha. He he freed himself from that by sacrificing one eye, it says.
Okay. Raghuvamsham.
We just finished with the Vyoma. So we are in the part of giving our exams. So it is fresh in my memory. After 1 month, if you ask me, I will not remember. Today I am remembering.
Ishika, good reference. Yeah, Raghuvamsham. And if you look at our Vachaspatyam and other dictionaries, they will give references like this, right? So this reference may be there. It's nice to go for you to go and see Ishika and then see if they give the Raghuvamsham reference. Okay, next. Maheshji, go ahead.
Very much. The question I have is, Brahman being limitless and undefinable, meaning how can you compare that to an Angushta?
Yeah, it's a metaphor. It's a metaphor.
I mean, I don't understand what the metaphor in what sense.
It's a metaphor to remember. Angushtamatra Purushaha. It's a metaphor. Shastram uses. We can't ask the Shastram why are you doing that. That's
I mean, every metaphor has one quality which matches, right?
Yeah, we see that in the Shastram. We see these things periodically in the Shastram. And it's like saying, why is Atma there in the heart? And you have to use your heart to know, and all they will say.
Yeah.
They will never say you should use your buddhi to know. In some places, buddhi is mentioned. But heart, Hridaya, Manisha, Abhikliptaha, we saw in right here in this Upanishad. So that Shastram uses that. So I don't know the exact reason. It is just a language, it's just a style. And maybe the word Hridaya is something we relate to even. Hridaya is more close to our heart than the mind is close to our heart. How about that? I don't know. If any of you can find the answer to the question, you let me know. Let me know.
I have heard in one of the speeches that is to give a shock therapy, because the Angushtam is the smallest, and we compare the infinite with the smallest, to give a shock therapy for us to think about it.
See, Angushta itself, by itself, forget about the space in the heart and all that. Just the Angushta thumb, you know why the thumb is equated to Ishvara. That I think all of you know, right?
It's because without it, the hands are dysfunctional.
Right. So the Angushta is the most important finger in the palm.
Yeah. That also.
No, that is why Ekalavya.
Drona asked for it.
Ekalavya.
Important. And so
Agastya is also supposed to be Angushta Matram. Agastya Kuda Cholva. Nagala Tinwala.
So Angushta is the anchor of this palm, is the anchor. Without the Angushta, the other fingers, the power of the other
becomes
significantly, let me finish. The power of the other fingers is significantly taken away by the Angushta. And that is why in the Chinmudra, the Ishvara is there and Jiva. Jiveshwara Aikyam is indicated by this Chinmudra. For us, that is significant. Chinmudra is significant. Dakshinamurti holding the hand like this, etc., is very significant for us. Jiveshwara Aikyam is indicated this way. And so that's the significance of Angushta. So the life insurance and all, they have that. If somebody loses the thumb, then accident insurance, they say thumb loss, there is a particular compensation given because the person's life is significantly affected by the loss of thumb. All this is there. So
because typically in a metaphor, the object with which you're comparing, one quality is equated. So I was wondering what quality of Angushta is related to one of the, in Brahman. Obviously it is not sarva vyabi, obviously it's not all those things. So there has to be one quality which,
Yeah, so this essence, the essence of the human being, that we have to ask. We should. This is a question that is worth asking. Other swamis and things like. Okay, because I've not seen this question asked anywhere, and therefore I'm now forced to think what I should say. So I'm now speculating at this point. And so this heart, the body, for the body to survive, even the brain activity is not important. The heart activity is important, crucial. Heartbeat, his pulse is crucial. And so the heart, people understand as the essential part of the body. Okay. And so that might be one reason, hey, heart is important. And we protect the heart. Heart has to be protected all the time. And so maybe they equated the Atma to the heart. They put the Atma inside the heart, etc. Anyway, this is all speculation. And I will check with, when I talk to Swami Vishwatmanandaji and Paravidyanandaji, I will ask them this question and see if I get a good answer. Okay?
yeah, because I read somewhere that in the Vedanta or in Vedas or even in all the Kalidasa's Upama and all that,
Okay.
whenever that metaphor is used, it is one quality of both are same. That is what they are trying.
No,
So,
correct. No, you're right. No, Upama's definition is that there has to be
not necessarily 10 of them. Only
two
one.
different things are there. Two different things are there. And this guy has some attributes, 10 attributes. This guy has another 5 or 6 attributes. Now, there must be some attributes of these two which are common.
Common.
Only then there is an Upama. Only then a simile is possible. And the more there's common attributes, the better the simile is.
Correct.
Examples. So, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, if it is 100%, then it becomes same as the object.
So we'll see. Maybe it's not a simile also. I don't know. Maybe simile is a wrong word.
Sadharana dharma, they say.
Maybe it's not a simile. Maybe it's not a simile. I'll talk to Swamiji about it.
Yeah. Okay.
Guruji,
And another
Guruji,
question I have
somewhere
in the.
One second. Prema, go ahead. Is it related to this?
Yes. I was thinking of, very often we use the expression a sweetheart, not a sweet head or a sweet something else. The second thing I thought of was the situation of the Angushtamatra Purusha is not the place where the heart is, but it's somewhere in the middle of the center between the ribs. It's not the heart. So it has a special name, Guruji, and when Purusha Suktam was recited, somebody explained it. I don't remember it fully, but the heart itself, the hridaya that they're talking about is not the physical hridaya, but something in the sternum, between the ribs, in the central portion of the body. So their reference might be a little bit more esoteric than we are thinking of.
Okay. So that you're saying that the hridaya might refer to that particular part that you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was explained very clearly. I understood it then, but I can't recall it right now. Okay. But there is this hridaya that they're talking about is not the physical heart, but it's something that is pulsating, from which originates the energy to move upwards. And that's why the Sushumna connects with that. This much I remember, but there is a story behind it.
Okay. That's good. That's another insight. We will, I'll check. You do your own research and I will make some inquiries and see if we converge somewhere. Okay.
Another thing is, another question I had was that, in Bhagavad Gita 8th chapter, we talked about all this Uttarayanam, Dakshinayanam, and Krishna Bhaashyam, Shukla Bhaashyam, and all that. And not specifically, here now we talk about Sushumna, Nadi, and all. Even, concentrate on or focus on that and bring your through that. But all these things, even you are able to do, as per Bhagavad Gita, only if the prana leaves during the Shukla Paksha in Uttarayanam, you go to Brahmaloka, isn't it? Not in Krishna Paksha, not in Darshanayana. That's my understanding.
Yeah, so we had this discussion when we studied those shlokas.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So just
What we said is,
recollecting.
what we said is it time or is it space? That question was asked. And so, if it were time, then people who pass away in this Dakshinayanam will not get moksha. Okay, we get up into that kind of quandary. Or daytime, right? Ahaha also was said. Ahaha, and then Uttarayanam. So, what about aha means daytime? Daytime. What about people who pass away in daytime but in Dakshinayanam? What will Yama do? Yama will get confused because it's Uttarayanam, but then daytime. Daytime was mentioned as Shuklagati and Uttarayanam was mentioned as this Krishna Gati.
Shuklagati.
So,
No, Uttarayanam, I thought
sorry, Dakshinayam was mentioned as
yeah.
Krishna Gati, but Ahaha, daytime was mentioned as Shuklagati. So, what will Yama do? Yama will get confused. So, we said that time we decided that no, this can't refer to time. It has to refer to space, like that we said. And so it describes those things. We had some little bit of discussion during that shloka. I remember that. So it is not referring to the Uttarayanam that you and I are thinking.
No, because in we say in Bhishma left his passed away waiting for Uttarayan.
Right.
Right.
That's fine. Those are all Arthavada. There are Arthavada. It's called Arthavada. Arthavada means praise. See, every time, we have statements of praise. You know what they say? Suppose you're walking on the road. Suppose you're leaving home, you're walking on the road. And then you see, in India, they have these processions where if somebody passes away, they carry the body, and then they have some music and all playing and things. They will say it is a good omen. It's a good omen.
Yeah.
And you know why they say good omen? Because if they didn't say good omen, you will think it is a bad omen. Oh my God. So they have a nice way. They have a nice way of saying, you idiots, this is how your mind is always. Every time you look for this thing and then good omen. So like that, Arthavada. These are all Arthavadas. And we shouldn't spend too much time on this. That's all. That is all I'm saying.
Yeah. In 8th chapter, because we also said it is somewhat going in a different direction, right? So
Bhishma had the capacity to see Kashyam, what is it? Anyakshetre kritam punyam, punyakshetre vinashya.
Yeah. The last verse of Tattva.
Kshetre kritam papam, Kashyam vinashyat. In Kashi, all the papa you do gets exhausted. Means what? Do as much papa as you want, then go to Kashi and then wash away all the sins and come back. Or not like that. Some praise is said, yeah, Kashi, Punyakshetra, we believe that. And we keep that. It's very sacred for us. Yes, I believe it is sacred. But if I use that as an excuse to do all kinds of stuff, then my life will get ruined. Even if I go to Kashi, I'll be the same ruined man. So that's all Arthavada. This is important. It has a role in it. Yeah.
Another comment is, you gave an example of this Maya with this elephant. I remember when I was in elementary school, one of the puzzle given was thing, but in a different way. When someone plucks 17 lotus flowers from a pond and has to distribute to 3 temples in that same ratio.
Okay.
Then somebody said, okay, you bring in that extra one more flower and then distribute. Of course, not with the reference, elementary school, no Maya or anything like that, but this is considered a puzzle those days. Do with memory, right?
Right.
They attribute it to Tenali Raman and all.
So I just remembered. I mean, this example you gave us mentioned as elephants or horse or different thing. But the first one I heard, I think when I was in second grade or something, was this 17 lotus flowers from a park.
Right.
So,
Interesting. 17 lotus.
Guruji, I have a quick question. Yesterday, Prasadji asked a question to Swamiji. I heard the recording again, but I couldn't understand the question. I don't mean to tell me right now, but I am really interested to know what his question was. And of course, whenever Swamiji responds, if that can be shared in the group. So I just didn't get the question.
No, there is some technical words he used which even I didn't understand. Bhava, he's talking about some bhava tarka or something like that. So I don't know what it is. Really, I don't know what it is. Maybe it has a synonym that I know. But so Prasad has to clarify that. He sent me a message with this question, but there was some statement that was not written properly. So I've asked him to restate it before I forward it to Swamiji. Right.
Okay. Very odd.
Yeah, good. Anything else? So Maya, yesterday's session was good. So you see how systematically it has to be taken, systematically unfolded. And we shouldn't imagine too many things. Satyam Mithya. See, you started with Satyam Mithya. When Ekameva Advitiyam, everything is one, then why there is many? If you ask, okay, then you have to explain it. When the snake is not there and you complain there is a snake, then how do you explain it? How do you explain it? It explains somehow. Somehow you have to explain. Somehow. And so that explanation, Maya is required. Because Adhyasa, nobody else talks about Adhyasa. Why other people are not interested in Maya? Why we are interested in Maya? That is because for everybody else, everything is Satyam. Jagat Satyam, Brahma Satyam, Jiva Satyam, table Satyam, book Satyam, tree Satyam, hell is Satyam, heaven is Satyam, Vishnu is Satyam, I am also Satyam, Jiva is Satyam, my body is also Satyam. There is no others. The reality, there's only one type of reality. Therefore, we are saying no, there is a reality that is constantly changing. And there is an unchanging reality. That unchanging reality is Brahma. That's what we are saying. What they have done is they have said Brahma has changed to become the world. Okay, two different visions altogether. And therefore, for them, Maya is irrelevant. For us, Maya is relevant because how did this unchanging Brahma became this changing world? No, unchanging Brahma did not become the changing world. It can't become. Unchanging Brahma is you. You exist. You don't change at all. Atma itself doesn't change. Where is the question of Brahma changing? Beautiful thesis then. After that, the analysis becomes entirely different. So he gave some very good points. I have take some notes out of this. I've written some very good points are made also. Like you all. Yeah.
Guruji Swami Sarvapriyananda also defines, when he's talking about Maya, in spite of the fact that we know that the death is 1000% sure that nobody can have a physically immortal life, but still we are clinging to life. We know that one day our body will be over, but still we are clinging to it. That clinging to the life, clinging to the body is Maya. And beautifully he has explained.
Yeah. So maybe this is what we should do. Instead of me talking about Maya, which I've been doing all along, you should give a lecture on Maya. Really, I mean
No.
I'm not. No, I'm not. No, no, I've not heard Sarvapriyanandaji. The only opportunity I'm going to have is when I hear you. Because there's no chance. I'm not going to go to YouTube and look up Maya Sarvapriyananda. There's no time for me to do that. And because I have Maya Panchakama, you're giving me homework. Every class you're giving me homework to do. So there's no chance for me to go and look up. So you can tell us what was that beautiful talk Sarvapriyananda gave. I'm
No,
very
no, 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 no. I withdraw my statement.
no, you should not withdraw. I'm telling you, Hariji, let me finish. Let me finish.
Yeah.
Swami, this one, Paravidyananda ji is there right here. Swapna knows him and we all study under him. And every day we are having classes. He will say periodically, okay, now you present what you understood. We've been studying some mantras in Mundakopanishad or Kathopanishad or Brahma Sutra. Now, the four sutras we studied, now you explain Adhyasa Bhaashyam. Then I volunteered first. I said, let me explain. So I studied and explained. And it is everybody is listening as though I am teaching. It becomes, and that's when you learn. So he makes us do that. So therefore, it's not the wrong idea that Hari should talk about Maya. Why should Hari not talk about Maya? Please tell me. Is there a reason? Can anybody give a reason? You've also
It is settled now.
you've
He
studied
will
Vedanta
talk.
you've studied Vedanta for so many years. Under Parthasarathi ji, you have the right to talk about it. I have the right to listen to you also. Correct. That is the way we should look at our study. It's not one person is great, another person not like that. You're not that I'm a permanent teacher, you are a permanent student. No, you are not supposed to be a permanent student. Hariji, correct? I'm not supposed to be a permanent teacher. I should also keep my ears open like this. Otherwise, what is this? And so,
But we will wait for Maya Panchakama.
Hariji wants to push his agenda. Yeah.
I think Hariji should first talk and then Maya Panchakama.
I think so. I vote for that. I vote.
Yeah, I agree.
No.
And you cannot withdraw because it is recorded.
Yeah, Ramuji, go ahead.
There in the academy, we had a system where we had a group discussion, small group discussion and a big group discussion. Small group discussions mean 4 or 5 people will be sitting in a group and raising questions, and somebody will answer and many will question and that. And the same question will be taken up in a group, big group discussion where Swamiji will be there. And again, the same procedure will be followed, and in the end, Swamiji will conclude the answer and give and clarify the things. What they have misunderstood, what they understood, and all the points he will clarify later. A group discussion format is there.
Yeah. So yeah, that's not unusual. And very, very subtle topics, we don't make it into a group discussion. You know why? Because it is subtle and you ask 10 people to talk, you get 10 different ideas. We end up becoming more confused than we were when we entered the room. This will happen. Therefore, Swamiji, our tradition will not allow that kind of stuff. This group discussion on subtle topics not allowed. Not allowed because not needed. Hey, already it is subtle. Already so much Shravanam has to be done. And carefully, Munjikat, Iva Ishikam. So you have to be careful there. And we can't convert this into let's mutually learn from each other. Mutually learning from each other is applying. At some places we can apply, but not all places. We don't apply. We don't apply that. So,
Guruji, where is the book on Maya Panchakam? Anybody with the commentary? If Swamiji has written on Maya Panchakam?
So I've heard the talk long ago, and I even have a book, I think. And it is there, Maya Panchakam. If you look, Swami Viditatmanandaji's book is there, I think. Maybe Paramarthanandaji has taught it. I don't know. And Swami Tattvavidanandaji may have taught it and written a book also, which Hariji can find out.
Yeah, I will find out. Though he is now in the US, I know one of his disciples who is a brahmachari. I will today ask him, and I will get back to you.
Sure, sure. Good. Thank you.
I
Welcome.
already posted the text of the Maya Panjika in the group.
Oh,
Sure. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantaraye Amrita Kalashahastaya Sarvamaya Vinashanaya Trilokyanathaya Shri Mahavishnave Namaha.